Hey y'all, so let's pick up into a new week of digging into I Am Fearless. Last week we talked a lot about what it means to be fearless and why we can be fearless. I want to just recap in our definition of fearless: to be free from fear. Free from fear. And the scripture that we kind of pulled apart last week and will continue pulling apart this week is 2 Timothy 1:7, which says, "For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, of cowardice, of craven and cringing and fawning fear, but He has given us a spirit of power and of love and of a calm, well-balanced mind, discipline, and self-control." So remember, He has not given us a spirit of fear. He has given us His spirit, a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. So we've talked about the spirit of power, that dunamis spirit that God gave us, the power which the resurrection of Christ has for instructing, reforming, elevating, and tranquilizing the soul. And then Friday, we talked about the spirit of love, that agape. And one thing that I wanted to add to that, just in my thinking and meditating on that spirit of love, even when we don't want to walk in love, or even when we feel like people don't deserve walking in love, which, deserve, who deserves what, right? So that's a whole nother item for another day. But a great example of God giving us His spirit of love, so Him setting the example to walk in love, is at the cross, in the most, unfair of times, right? Jesus took a punishment that He did not deserve, that He took our place. But He said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." And that is probably the highest example of walking in love. And so that is the spirit of love. That's the spirit that God has given us. He gave us His spirit, right? And that's why our spirit is to be full of love, full of power. And moving on, the sound mind. Now, it depends on which translation you read. They all say a little bit different. But the Amplified Version is what we have read thus far, in it breaking down and really defining what kind of fear, right? That He did not give us a spirit of timidity, of cowardice, craving, cringing, and fawning fear, but He has given us a spirit of power, love, calm, well-balanced mind, and discipline and self-control. The King James says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind." So the Amplified defines that sound mind as calm, well-balanced, discipline, and self-control. Now, that is over our mind. He has given us a spirit of power and of love and of calm and well-balanced mind, discipline, and self-control. Let's dig into that just a little bit, okay? So a sound mind, if we defined what is a sound mind, it is a mind free from injury or disease, free from flaw, defect, or decay, solid, firm, stable, and showing good judgment. That's the definition of a sound mind. And these definitions I pulled mostly from the Greek lexicon. So going and looking up the word sound of what it would have been used, or how it would have been used. So free from injury or disease, free from flaw, defect, or decay, solid, firm, stable, and showing good judgment. A sound mind. You know, we've talked about this one before as well. Romans 12:1, which says that we are to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. So our mind is where we get our framework for how we think and how we feel. And we think in our mind and we meditate on it, meditate on it, meditate on it. It comes into our heart. So think about those connections and the importance of that sound mind when living and walking in the peace of the Father. And we are going to dig into this tomorrow because it's already 5 minutes. I'll see y'all then. Bye.